Hey everybody, this is Matt. I'm making a new Heroclix video, and this video is talking about the monthly organized play prize kit August, which is the Justice League. And as in every monthly organized play prize kit, one piece has a brand new sculpt, and the other two pieces are reusing sculpts from past sets. And the figure that has the brand new sculpt is the Adam Ray Palmer. And the two pieces that are reusing old sculpts are Aquaman and Firestorm, and they're reusing their sculpts from the Justice League Trinity War set. So let's go into each of the figures and talk about what they can do and look at their dials and see what's up. Let's start out with Firestorm. I know he has been talked about a little bit, just a little bit. So let's see what he does. Let's start out with his. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. So this is his card. Firestorm, his keywords are Justice League and Scientist. Well, right off the bat, he has Justice League keyword. You're like, well, what's so good about that? And that's because the one from Justice League Trinity War had Justice League of America keyword, which was not fitting at all because he was never part of the group, even though he was a part of the Justice League. And I made a video about it a long time ago saying it was really, really bad, and they messed up a lot with the keywords in that set. And I'm just okay. Hey, but he has Justice League keyword, and which is so awesome. So we finally have a new Firestorm with Justice League keyword. The last one was from Justice League 52, which is kind of old. Okay, let's look at his trait, the Firestorm Matrix. When Firestorm targets a single character with a ranged combat attack and hits, you may choose to deal no damage. If you do, choose an item equipped by or an object held by that opposing character and remove it from the game. That character is now holding a standard light object. Okay, so if you target only a single character and you hit, you can do no damage. If you choose to do so, you can remove any item equipped, any item equipped or an object held. So if you have like Superman with ultra heavy and he's like, I'm going to hit you really hard with the next turn, you can go bink. No, it's a light object. See you later, ultra heavy. Or, and this is what people are really excited about, because it's an item equipped. Well, these possession pieces like Eclipso, like Brainiac, like Jocasta, they are equipped to characters as items. And they give them a power and a stat boost. So if you can just say, oop, it's gone, it's removed from the game, that's pretty dang powerful. And what people are talking about with this card is you can use an ID card to summon him in for a turn. He is 115 points. So one of those 30-point Ultron drones, which is completely broken, but it counts as 120 points until it's KO'd. It could summon him in, and you could be like, oop, your little possession piece, boom, it's gone. And let's see, what's his starting attack? 11 attack? That's pretty good. With Perplex, so he can go up to a 12 attack. Remember, he doesn't have to do damage, he just has to hit. So, and a 7 range. That's pretty freaking good. Does he have any other special things? No, he has a Justice League of America team ability, 115 points. So he's a little expensive. I mean, I will say with these Firestorms we've been getting, they're a little bit expensive. Let's look at the dial. Let's see, maybe I can get this thing a little bit closer up and zoom a little bit better in. Okay. So he has running shot, looks like energy explosion. Is that right? Yes, that's right. With perplex and energy shield deflection. And then he stays the same for the most part. I think he lost an attack, but he has that perplex, so he's still useful. Running shot, he lost the energy explosion, he lost the energy shield deflection, and he lost the perplex. So his third click, he lost a lot. He can still hit somebody for something. You know what I will say though? I like energy explosion when you have multiple lightning bolts, because that means when you do that splash damage, you're actually doing a little bit of damage, and you can actually get past stuff like toughness and invincible, you know? Okay, so we're back here. Oh, his dial's changing. He's evolving into a, what is that? Phasing? Wait, that's sidestep. Okay, that's sidestep with precision strike, range combat expert, and toughness. Okay, so the precision strike, you can boost the attack back up to 10 and maybe go 3 damage, and you can ignore their super senses because it's a precision strike. So he can do something, but he's really easy to hit. Now, okay, and he keeps that up. He keeps that up for 2 clicks, and then on his 6th last click is Perplex, Phasing, Regeneration. So that's interesting. He can perplex himself up to an 18 defense just in case he doesn't hit it, or doesn't heal up enough, He's all right, I mean, his attack value dips pretty early on. 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11. Okay, so he has 6 clicks for 115 points. He's all right. I think, for me, I'm just happy he has the right keyword, which is Justice League. I'm happy he's, people can use him, summon him with an ID card. Is he the Firestorm I would envision to be the perfect Firestorm? No, he's not. Would I play him for 115 points? Maybe, maybe not. He's a little expensive for that. If you're just playing him for what he is, Energy Explosion Perplex, he's a little bit expensive for 115 points. But I can see the point of the Firestorm Matrix. Okay, let's look at Aquaman. Aquaman, another piece for my Atlantis theme team. His keywords are Atlantis, Justice League, and Ruler. He has 2 traits. King of the Seven Seas. If your opponent is the first player and does not create a map with printed water terrain, you may place up to 7 water terrain markers on the map when you place objects. That's cool. So if they choose like a cityscape or something, you can place 7 water terrain markers on the map when you place objects. That's cool. Then again, they could easily just choose a map that has like 1 square of water and be like, ha ha. A fish out of water. When Aquaman occupies water terrain, he can use combat reflexes and willpower. In lines of fire drawn to him by opposing characters not occupying water terrain are blocked. Okay, so like I made an Atlantis theme team this past week that had Ocean Master that could fill the whole map with water, which would be great to give him combat reflexes and willpower. But then the whole lines of fire thing wouldn't work because your opponent would also be in water. So I think I think the perfect scenario here is you play this Aquaman with the gravity feed Aquaman from Trinity War, and if that one's in a theme team, every turn you can just like free action put 2 squares of water terrain down, like 1 in his square and then 1 in an adjacent square. So you could just have them both kind of walking out there, and this Aquaman would have the willpower and the combat reflexes, and then also he wouldn't be able to be lines of fire drawn. So he could actually stand in front of that Aquaman and just block lines of fire drawn to both of them, basically. Let's see, anything else special? No, he's 100 points on the dot with Justice League of America team ability. Atlantis, Justice League, and Ruler keyword. We're just about right. Let's look at his dial. Starts out with Charge, Super Strength, Invulnerability, and Leadership. 100-point Leadership, maybe a little weak though. I think if he was like 110, that'd probably be a better place for Leadership. Until they change it, at least. But that's pretty epic. 18 Invulnerability. Pretty decent. And then so he loses 1 defense, loses 1 movement, loses 1 damage. The super strength is nice because he's 100 points, so he can pick up an ultra heavy exactly. So he could smack somebody for 7 damage, which is pretty nice. Okay, he's staying pretty stable, dude. He's staying pretty stable. Staying pretty much. Okay, his dial is changing. He's evolving. That's sidestep or leap climb? That's sidestep. It looks orange kinda. Sidestep, blades, toughness. See, doesn't that look similar? Well, okay, on the camera it does not, but in my eyes it does. Sidestep, blades, toughness. That's all right. I mean, you can still move a little bit up and then hit somebody with blades, but blades and 3 damage, I don't like that much. I'd almost rather just do 3 damage most of the time, because I mean you're defying the odds. Because half the time you're gonna do the same printed damage or less, The other half the time you're gonna do more. So I don't know. Okay, this is when you do decide to use blades, when its damage goes down to 2. Okay, and so he's 6 clicks long for 100 points, which, I think 6 clicks for 100 is okay. 6 for 115 for Firestorm was a little cheap, a little expensive though. And the blades will allow, and he's kept a 10 attack or higher for 5 out of 6 of his clicks. I think this Aquaman's pretty decent actually. Because if he's in water, he has willpower. That's a huge boon for just Atlantis teams to have another indomitable piece, basically. So I think I'd actually play the Aquaman. And then, I'm so happy to have an add-on. Ray Palmer in the house. Woo, woo, woo. How long has it been since a Ray Palmer? Let's just think, okay? Let's think, okay? We had a Hawkman Atom duo figure in Brave and the Bold, or was it DC 75th? Either way, that's super old. That is super freaking old. This could be, everybody, this could be the first ever carded standalone Ray Palmer Atom piece. And that's why I'm so excited to have him. Not only that, but his sculpt is freaking amazing. Look at this thing. I mean, like, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. I mean, I have Giant Man, and I just like pieces that can shrink and grow, dude. I just do. I mean, I've always been a fan of that. You can, that's not as, there we go. That looks better. And they look pretty cool together. I have to play Hank Pym and Ray Palmer together, dude. Seriously. So let's look at his card right off the bat. Let's look at his card. He has Justice League and Scientist keyword. Okay, that's kind of be expected. I will say I almost expected Justice League Dark because in the New 52 he's been with him, or he hung out with him a little bit. Here's a trait: White Dwarf Star Matter. The Atom can use Stealth. Okay, traded Stealth. He has a movement. The Atom can use Phasing Teleport when the Atom is given a move action. If he occupies a square with an unheld object, before moving, you may place him in any other square with an object. So, like turn 1, you TK him on top of an object, and then he teleports all the way across the map onto your opponent's object, and then does something. Wow, 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 wee wow. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Justice League team ability, he's 75 points, which is affordable, but a little expensive for what I think he can do. Let's look at his dial. Okay, so he starts out with that special movement. Starts out with special movement, precision strike, so he can punch through your super senses and impervious and invulnerability and stuff. He's at least doing 1 damage. 19 defense. Look, they want him to be indomitable. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. No, that's not indomitable. But 19 defense starting out, and he's tiny. That means if you're trying to shoot him, that's a 20 from range. Oh man, this beast is hard to hit with an outwit. Outwit's nice, so like what you could do, like TK him out there, have him teleport across the field, and then he could outwit something like on the first turn, which is pretty killer. Then he is like, okay, now I'm gonna charge in, and I honestly wish he started out with the charge, but I can see why he has like the teleport through the phone thing. That's pretty nice. So he loses the precision strike, which would have been great with the charge. But he has the outwit. I mean, honestly, precision strike and outwit means that since you know you can ignore your opponent's super senses and get through the invulnerability and stuff like that, you can use your outwit more offensively. You can use it to be like no charge or no blades or no regeneration or something like that, you know. So it's actually a nice two-piece combo there, you know. Ignores something and counters something, you know. So he keeps the outwit up. He loses 1 damage, but he's never all. I mean, he loses 1 attack, but he's never been all about like I'm going to be the main attacker. But he gains perplex, so that makes up for the -1 damage and attack. Ooh, and then now he gains. So he has 1 click of perplex. Then he goes to close combat expert. Okay, sure. And he gains back precision strike, so he can go back up to like 2. He can go back up to like 10 attack for 2 damage, and he can get past your super senses and stuff. And then is that his last click? 5 clicks, and he's back to the teleport through the phone thing. So he's like, okay, time to go, you know. So 5 clicks for 75 points. It's affordable. Am I totally in love with what the Atom can do? Not exactly. I kind of envision the Atom to be like the ultimate, not the ultimate support piece, but a really affordable support piece that maybe would have perplex and outwit, and maybe he could even shrink a piece. Give him precision strike because he can. That makes sense. But I never really I never really thought of him as a 75 point. I'm gonna charge in and close combat expert U piece. I just don't think about it like that. You know, he's such a smart dude, and like with no range, like that really hurts him because unless an object is sitting right next to the opponent. If he teleports through and lands on an object, he can't just punch you, you know? And he doesn't have that on the same click as any of the charge clicks. So it's kind of difficult how to work with him. He doesn't have willpower, but he is tiny. I love tiny. I have to get every tiny piece because they're just so fun to play. Teleporting through the phone line, outwitting something, teleporting back if needed, could be a fun technique. Um, the next turn, I mean, um, he's an interesting piece. Even if I'm not totally in love with his doll, I'm totally in love with there being a Ray Palmer that looks freaking amazing. I'm just gonna sit this dude here for the rest of the video because he is amazing. I love that sculpt. I love the way it looks and everything. I think there could be a little bit of better doll for him, but I'm just so happy they made a Ray Palmer the Atom. I'm gonna play him with Atomica. I'm gonna play him with Ant-Man and Giant Man and just have a total just like I'm smaller and bigger than you are, and I'm gonna whoop your team. But that was the August monthly organized play prize kit, everybody. This video was made possible because my local comic book store, Pastimes, in the Western North Carolina area, was able to let me borrow these pieces early, so I could make this video early. Even though this video will be coming out at the end of the month, future videos will be coming out much earlier in the month because of their generosity and their look and their friendship. So thank you so much, Pastimes, and I hope everybody has fun playing Heroclix in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye bye.